Okay. So, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Aside from the meditation, we decided to just speak about a different topic every week. And this week's topic is ahimsa. So just firstly, can everyone hear me? Can you just put your thumbs up so that I know that you're all wonderful? Thank you. So this week's topic is ahimsa, which in Sanskrit means non-violence or non-injury to another living being. And I think we are all familiar with this. And what often happens is that we think about non-injury to other living beings, other people, animals, plants, depending on what our morals are and our values. But I think often we tend to forget about non-injury towards ourselves. And this means non-injury or non-harm in thought, deed, or word. And quite often we have these injurious thoughts towards ourselves, and quite often they go unnoticed. But they have an impact on our minds and the quality and the nature of the mind and the texture of our mind. And that then affects us in our daily life. And quite often we're unaware of this. So it could just be that constantly for some people, these kind of thoughts, oh, I'm not good enough, or, oh, I did that so badly, or I could have done that better, or, there could be any degree of that kind of thought. So the objective today is to bring everyone into this state of awareness of our minds and that nature, the texture of the thoughts, and whether we are having those kinds of thoughts towards ourselves. So I'd like to invite you all to do an exercise for the next week until we meet again, which is to try and apply some level of consciousness and awareness to the mind, to your minds and your thoughts. And every time something comes up like that, where you basically put yourselves down for something, you then counter it by saying something positive. And it might feel really cheesy. It'll probably feel very uncomfortable because it's not something we're used to doing. But it's a really good way of breaking that pattern, that unconscious pattern of negativity and harm towards ourselves. And hopefully what you should find is then that the quality of your thoughts and your mind and then how you feel change. So does that make sense to everyone? Is there anyone, is that okay? Can you all give me a nod? Let me know that that makes sense. Wonderful. And are you all up for trying this experiment? Lovely, lovely. So we can feed back on it next week. Does anyone have any questions about this or about anything else? Sure, Anton.
Yeah. So you mentioned mostly the negative thoughts that you I guess think about. But what if somebody else thinks or tells you something negative? Would that the same work? Like you kind of lift yourself up by saying, I'm not that, I'm not this,
It's a
if
really
it's an
good
external
question. Yeah, it's a really good question. I think that if somebody says something negative to us, then we need to use a level of discernment and discrimination. And it's always worth analyzing and reflecting on why somebody said that. Is it constructive? Is it unconstructive? And I think that probably would be the first point, is to decide, is it, the intention behind the comment from the other person? Is it something helpful? Can we learn from it? And this is a process in life that should be happening all the time, where we're constantly reflecting. And that is awareness. So it's good if somebody says that, to understand where they might be coming from, good intentions or bad intentions, and also how it can help you. But never to then sort of say, well, that makes me a bad person, or I'm incompetent, or whatever negative judgment you may put on that won't be helpful. It's come from somebody. Everyone has their own agenda. Everyone has their own stuff going on in their minds. So we don't know where that's coming from. So it's good to apply discernment to understand the intention, and also, can it help me going forward? But I'm not going to judge myself in any harsh way. I'm just going to learn from it if there is a lesson to be learned.
Thank you. Makes sense.
Okay. Any other questions regarding this or meditation or anything else that you might want to ask at this point? Okay, so everyone ready for some meditation? Wonderful. So if everyone can put themselves on mute so there aren't any background disturbances. You can keep your glasses aside if you're wearing them. Sit with your back supported. So you could be on the floor, in a chair. If you're on the floor, keep your legs stretched in front of you. If you're in the chair, keep the ankles uncrossed. Have your palms facing upwards on your thighs. Eyes closed. And best not to rest your head so that you don't feel tempted to fall asleep. Wonderful. So take a deep inhalation. Hold the breath for a moment. And slowly, gently exhale. Take a second deep inhalation, and this time really feel your lungs and your abdomen and your whole body expanding as you fill up with air. Hold the breath for a moment. And slowly, gently exhale. And take a third deep inhalation, and this time as you inhale, just see every cell in your body lighting up with energy. From head to toe, filling up with light and energy. Hold the breath for a moment. And slowly, gently exhale. And now bring your awareness to your feet and your toes, and just tense all the muscles in your feet as much as you can. And relax. And again, tensing all the muscles in your feet, really tensing, and relax. Bringing your awareness to your calves, just tensing all the muscles between your ankles and your knees, really tensing, and relax. And again, tensing all the muscles in your calves as much as you can, and relax. Bringing your awareness to your knees and the muscles supporting your knees, and just tensing all these muscles as much as you can. And relax. And again, tensing all the muscles around your knees, really tensing, and relax. Moving your awareness to the top of your legs, and just tensing all the muscles in your thighs and your hamstrings, really tensing, and relax. And again, tensing all the muscles in the tops of your legs as much as you can. And relax. Bringing your awareness to your buttocks and just tensing all the muscles in your buttocks as much as you can. And relax. And again, tensing all the muscles in your buttocks, really tensing. And relax. And bringing your awareness to your lower abdomen and your pelvic region, and just tensing all these muscles as much as you can. And relax. And again, tensing all the muscles around your pelvis, really tensing. And relax. Moving your awareness up to your stomach and all the muscles around your stomach, and just tensing these as much as you can. And relax. And again, tensing all the muscles around your stomach, really tensing. And relax. Moving your awareness to your chest and your lungs. And just tensing all the muscles in your chest, really tensing. And this time, as you relax, just feeling all the tension just leaving your body. Relax. And again, tensing all the muscles in your chest, really tensing. And just completely relax. Moving your awareness to your hands and your fingers, making two tight fists, tensing all the muscles in your hands. Really tensing. And relax. And again, tensing all the muscles in your hands as much as you can. And relax. Moving your awareness to your arms and just tensing all the muscles in your arms. And relax. Once again, tensing all the muscles in your arms as much as you can. And relax. Moving your awareness to your shoulders and the back of your neck and just tensing your shoulders, lifting them up as high as you can. Really tensing. And relax. Once again, tensing your shoulders, really tensing. And relax. And just feel the stretch at the back of the neck. And bring your awareness to your facial muscles, your cheeks, chin, eyes, your forehead, your mouth, and your jaw. And just tensing these, really tensing, squeezing up your face as much as you can. And relax. Once again, tensing all the facial muscles, really tensing. And relax. And now just bring your awareness to your breath, noticing the air flowing through the nostrils as you breathe in and as you breathe out. We're just going to focus our minds by concentrating on the breathing. Notice the air flowing through the nostrils, cold air as you breathe in, and the warm air as you breathe out. And just stay focused on your breath. Breathing fully and deeply. Noticing the energy rising in your body with every inhalation and allowing your body to completely relax every time you exhale. And just stay focused on your breath. If the mind wanders, just gently bring it back. And just notice the air flowing through the nostrils every time you breathe in and every time you breathe out. Now, maintaining this awareness of your breath, just gently turn your attention to your feelings, just as they are, not trying to stop or control them, not judging, just observing your feelings as they are, in your body and in your mind. Not trying to stop or control them, not judging, just observing the feelings as they are. And breathe in peace and calmness into your feelings and into your body. Breathe in peace and calmness into your feelings and into your body. And just allow your feelings to settle down as you continue to maintain the awareness of the breath, feeling the sensations of the air flowing through the nostrils as you breathe in and as you breathe out. And maintaining this awareness of the breath, just gently turn your attention to your thoughts, just as they are, not trying to stop or control them, not creating any new thoughts, not judging, just observing your thoughts as they are, in your mind and in your intellect. Not trying to stop or control them, not creating any new thoughts, and not judging, just observing your thoughts as they are. And breathe in stillness and silence into your thoughts and into your mind. Breathe in stillness and silence into your thoughts and into your mind. And just allow your thoughts to settle down. As you continue to maintain the awareness of the breath, feeling the sensations of the cold air as you inhale and the warm air as you exhale. And just stay focused on your breath. And every time you inhale, just say to yourself, I am not the body. And as you exhale, I am not the mind. I am not the body. I am not the mind. I am not the body. I am not the mind. I am not the body. I am not the mind. I have thoughts and a mind, but I am not my thoughts or my mind. I have feelings and a body, but I am not my feelings or my body. I am the witness of my body and my mind. I am the witness of my body and my mind. And just notice the space that you've created between you and your thoughts and you and your feelings. this separation from your body and your mind. And just feel the peace and calm that resides in the space that you've created. If any thoughts or feelings arise, not attaching, just allowing them to pass by, just like the scene of a movie, and just staying with the space that you've created. Noticing the peace and calm in this space. Not doing anything, just being in that space. And just feel the emptiness of that space. No thoughts, no feelings, just emptiness. No you. Just enjoy the peace and the calm of that space. Allow your mind and your breath to become one, so that you can enjoy the space between you and your thoughts, and you and your feelings. Just being in this space. If any thoughts or feelings should arise, not attaching, just having the discipline to come back to this space that you've created. This time is for you. Allowing yourself to completely disconnect and just be in that space. Just relaxing into that space. Just feeling your body relax. Feeling your mind relax. Just enjoying the peace and calm that you've created in that space. If your mind wanders, just gently bring it back to the space. Just allowing any thoughts or feelings to pass by, just like the movie on a screen. Just feel the energy in that space that you've created. feeling the peace and the calm, not attaching to any thoughts or feelings that may come up. Just giving yourself permission to be in that space, to disconnect. If your mind wanders, just gently bring it back. And now rub your hands together, creating some heat between your palms. And just gently, in your own time, cupping your hands over your eyes. Very slowly, in your own time, opening your eyes. So when you're ready to come back, if you could just bring yourselves off mute. When you're ready, in your own time. So how was that?
Awesome.
Who said
She
that?
don't want to say anything.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I understand you just want to stay in that space. So try and hold that space just here. Try and take it with you for the rest of the day and beyond if you can. So one thing, when we do the rubbing of the hands, if you can place your cup your palms over your eyes without touching your eyes, just allowing the heat to flow into your eyes without actually pressing. It's quite sensitive. I understand it's difficult to speak after a deep meditation, but if anyone would like to say anything, please feel free.
The time just seems to fly so quickly, you don't realize it's already like 40 minutes in.
Actually, it's a good point. So that was a question. I'm not sure how many of you have meditated before. If you have, if you could just raise your hand. Okay, quite a few of you. Wonderful. So it's often hard to judge with people who've just started. Also, it's difficult. I understand it's difficult to train ourselves and to have that discipline, not to have the mind wander. People can get agitated, although you all seemed very relaxed, which is wonderful. I wanted to ask, would you be happy to do a longer, slightly longer meditation? That was 20 minutes. We could take it up to 25 if people felt comfortable. Or was that a good time?
Yeah,
Yeah,
A little bit longer,
Sure.
is
we
that
could do
okay?
longer.
yeah, I'd be
Okay.
happy with longer. Nice.
Oh, lovely, lovely.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Hada, is that right?
Yeah,
How you say it?
Hada. Yeah.
Hada. Okay, lovely. So ahimsa, if you remember, to try and keep aware of your thoughts, just see what's going on in your mind. It's a wonderful exercise because mostly we're unconscious. We don't know what's going on. We're not aware. We don't realize that we are not our minds and we're not our thoughts. We are the observer of our thoughts. And having that separation really gives a massive sense of freedom because it puts you in the driving seat of what you think and how you behave and how you react. So it's really good to start at home with yourselves and allow yourselves to be kind to yourselves. So just keep that awareness on, and hopefully we can have a discussion about it next week if anyone has anything to share. Lovely.
I guess just one thought occurred actually.
Sure.
So you know how you talk about the body and mind, and you kind of like become like I'm of a Christian, you know, tradition where you have the Trinity, right? The body is the soul and the Holy Ghost. So you're kind of becoming a bit detached, and you're kind of floating, using that analogy. That's what seems to come to my mind.
Sounds good to me. Are you happy with that?
Very. Yes.
Yeah. Because we're too invested, we're too identified with our minds and our body, and we don't realize that there are other levels of existence that we can actually enjoy and experience and be in. We don't have to be, and we talked about this last week, I think we don't have to be tied to our bodies, tied to our five senses and how they play out. And we don't have to be a slave to the monkey mind. We can separate from that and be very much aware and present. And it's a much nicer, much more relaxing, stress-free place to be. Lovely.
Thank you so much, Vanita. It was wonderful. And is there anyone on the call who has any more questions for Vanita? Any feedback?
No, that was lovely. I joined a few minutes late, but I feel amazing.
Oh,
Even just a few minutes.
lovely.
Now, how do you carry
I think
on
it
from
charges
here?
up for a week.
Good question.
How do you carry on from here? How do you maintain the state?
Mm.
Okay, so how about for a few minutes every day, for as long as you can, just sitting in a quiet space, just with your breath. And just starting there, just observing your breath and having the discipline so that every time the mind or any feelings come up that you can just, and this is the hard bit, just be able to say, no, I'm sticking with my breath. Because we are so used to responding and reacting to everything that goes on in our body and our minds. And we don't allow ourselves, and it's very hard. We kind of go off into that thought. You can just get taken away. And you even forget what you're trying to achieve, which is to be with the breath. So really aware of every time you come away from breath, every time you get taken away by your mind, and just working that muscle, because it really is a muscle that needs to be built. Having the discipline to say no, as hard as it is, as many times as I'm going to come off the wagon, I'm going to come back on and stay with the breath. And that takes discipline, it takes practice, and it gets easier. And it gets to that point where you don't want to be in the mind, you only want to be in that space. And that's when you know, well, and it grows from there. I think it's a never-ending process of experience and exploration. But the starting point is having that discipline and picking yourself up every time you come off, go into the mind, go into a thought space, and just bringing yourself back and working at it. It's practice, constant practice and awareness. So if you can do that for 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever you can do, it will